Welcome back to the channel. Today I have an exercise for you using the law of assumption. And this is very magical, and it's something that you can use throughout the day. You can do like small increments throughout the day, having faith in what you see in your imagination, regardless of what's in your 3D world. And this magical success story actually produces this and demonstrates this for you, which I really love, and it really resonated with me. And I thought you guys would love this, and it's a very good story. Okay, so let's begin right here. Just recently, I had an opportunity to observe the wonderful results of one who had the faith to believe what she did not see. A young woman asked me to meet her sister and 3-year-old nephew. He was a fine, healthy lad with clear blue eyes and an exceptionally fine, unblemished skin. Then she told me her story. All right, so here's her story. At birth, the boy was perfect in every way except for a large, ugly birthmark covering one side of his face. Their doctor advised them that nothing could be done for this type of scar. Visits to many specialists only confirmed this statement. Hearing the verdict, the aunt set herself the task of proving her faith, that an assumption, though denied by the evidence of the senses, if persisted in, will harden into a fact. All right, so here is the exercise she did using the law of assumption. So you can do this, you can apply this exact exercise to anything in your life by denying the evidence of your senses and having faith in your imagination. So every time she thought of the baby, which was often she saw in her imagination, was an 8-month-old baby with a perfect face without any trace of a scar. Okay, so we automatically picture things in our world. It doesn't matter what it is. Like there's something in your life right now that you're thinking of all the time, and then pictures is coming up in your mind, and you're seeing it as you see it in your 3D world. But if you change that, if you were to change something like this and see a different picture of this person, like she's doing here, and having faith in that and doing that periodically every time, and having that conscious control of when you're actually picturing this person and seeing something different, seeing this person being perfect in your imagination and taking that conscious control and having that awareness to do that, it will change everything. And here she confesses that it was not easy for her to do this, but she knew that in this case, that was the gift of Abel, which pleased God. Okay, so she persisted in her faith. She believed what was not there to be seen. The result was that she visited her sister on the child's 8-month birthday and found him to have a perfect, unblemished skin with no trace of a birthmark ever having been present. So this exercise can kind of be correlated to what a lot of people say is they affirm all day long. Like throughout the day, they're affirming this. They have all these reminders up. They're affirming. But this, you're visualizing very temporarily all day long whenever this picture is coming up in your mind. So whatever you're trying to change in your 3D world, like there's something that you don't like in your 3D world or like about a person, you can change this person with your imagination and having that conscious control instead of seeing them the same way as they appear to you in their 3D world. See something different and catch yourself when your mind automatically pictures this person, and then change them and see them the way that you want to see them. Help somebody doing this. You know, if there's somebody that's unemployed, someone that's depressed, you know, if you have somebody that's depressed and always sad in your life, every time you picture this person, picture them smiling. Picture them smiling or being happy or being abundant, being prosperous. You know, and having that focus and not feeding that to the 3D world or feeding that to your imagination that the person is as you see them in your 3D world. Think the best of everyone in your world and imagine this. So when you're picturing people in your mind throughout your day, automatically see the best in them. And you can change and help people by doing this, by seeing beauty for ashes and joy for mourning, like it states in the Bible, over and over and over, because you're constantly visualizing. And if you're seeing everything as it is, then you're not making any changes. You're just keeping it the same or making it worse. You know, if you see someone that's depressed, there's always someone that's sad in your life, and you're picturing them that way, you know, unconsciously all day long. Change it. Be conscious control. Have that awareness to see yourself seeing this and not seeing that person depressed. Start seeing a big smile on their face every time you think of them. And then see what happens in your 3D world. Disregard the facts of your 3D world and believe in your imagination and change that. See the smile on their face, see beauty for ashes, joy for mourning, like it says in the Bible, and your world will start transforming. And you can start doing this with small increments, just being aware of what you're picturing and your feelings that you're having. Are you having negative feelings towards this person? Are you seeing this person as depressed because you're seeing them in the 3D world depressed? But that doesn't have to be the case. And this story proves that, where she actually changes this young boy that had a birthmark on the side of his face, and she didn't want to see that anymore. She wanted to change that for him. So every time she consciously pictured or unconsciously pictured the boy, she would take conscious control of that and then see a perfectly unblemished skin on this boy. And it superseded all the doctors, all the specialists that they said that there was nothing they could change. They said nothing can be done for this boy, but she just kept doing this over the repetition of visualizing and seeing what she wanted to see and being persistent in this until it became a fact in her 3D world. And I love the way Neville Goddard says this after this story. He says, when reason and the facts of life oppose the idea you desire to realize, and you accept the evidence of your senses and the dictates of reason as the truth, you have brought the Lord, your consciousness, the gift of Cain. It is obvious that such offerings do not please him. Life on earth is a training ground for image making. If you use only the molds which your senses dictate, there will be no change in your life. You are here to live the more abundant life. So you must use this invisible molds of imagination and make results and accomplishments the crucial test of your power to create. Only as you assume the feeling of a wish fulfilled and continue therein are you offering the gift that pleases. I love you guys, and that is the end of this video, but I'm going to post a video, a training video to develop the control of your mind in visualization, affirmations, or creating anything to come into your world. I'm going to post that on the screen, so click on that and do as I suggest in that video to develop the muscle of the mind where you can take conscious control of what you're unconsciously picturing. That way you can start taking control and start changing your world like this woman did in this story. I love you guys, and don't forget to give me one thing you guys are grateful for. Any content in the future, put that in the comment box below. I read all the comments. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.